Welcome to Dizzarian Plays MMOs. Today I've got something new. I am going to jump into World of Warcraft. I haven't been in Warcraft for a very, very long time. I used to have I've had many higher level characters when I used to play. I think I quit around Cataclysm, so I haven't really been back in any serious form since then. And I wanted to give it a try. The recent events at BlizzCon, they have announced several things that has piqued my interest and has really prompted me to start this playthrough. One of them being the vanilla servers. So Blizzard has announced that they're going to fire up their own vanilla servers. We don't know what those are actually going to look like yet, but I'm following along just to see what they are. I am interested in what those will look like, especially when they first open up. It could be a lot of fun to jump in on a vanilla server with everybody else jumping in. So that's really great news, and I think it's going to be worth checking out. Don't get me wrong. I think WoW is actually a really great game. The reason I quit is just burnout. You know, after a while, you just can't do it anymore. And I think a lot of complaints that people have about WoW is really because they've been playing for so long and they really can't feel that itch for something else to fill it, and so they just complain about WoW instead of actually going somewhere else and trying other things like I did. I've tried everything. So I'm interested in that. Also, they announced a new expansion, which is going to rework a whole bunch of things, which sounds interesting, you know, and for the higher levels and some of the stuff they're doing. But they have some mechanics on there that are going to switch some things around, sound really cool as well. But what I think is going to be more interesting is they've actually said they're going to be working the level curve through everything. And that one's coming out very, very soon. I mean, like probably in the next month or so, where it's almost, it sounds like it's going to be more like Guild Wars 2, where you kind of go into a zone and it just kind of levels you to it. We're going to have to see how that plays out as well, but that one also sounds very interesting, and I think it's a great change to World of Warcraft that could really enhance things. So, I went through all of my characters. Like I said, I have a high-level priest, higher level now, like, because I don't know what the level cap is. I think it's 100, 110. But I have a higher level priest, and I have a higher level warlock. I never got very far with mage, which is surprising. I used to play quite a bit of mages back in the day. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and start up a mage, and I'm going to do the undead. The new starter zones actually have a lot of good storylines. And if you're new to my channel, then you need to know that I read everything. I'm going to be reading everything to you. Hopefully you enjoy my voice, so that's not a big deal. But I like getting into these storylines. I'm not going to be just blowing through the content. I'm actually going to be taking my time and going through it and reading everything, because I think there's a lot of good stories here that need to be heard and told. And they just make the game that much more enjoyable. But I will be cutting out some of the more monotonous stuff. So if there's some travel going on, I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to try to do most combat on screen, and we'll try to keep these videos, I think, around 30 to 45 minutes long. We'll go into that range. But we'll see how it goes as we play along. So I'm going to start an undead. I know for a fact the undead storylines is good. I think the top-notch storylines, just from my memory, are the undead, the goblin, the worgen, and then some of the others are really good too. But these are like newer storylines that have a lot of new mechanics and everything else. They all do, but these are the top-notch in my opinion. So I'm going to go undead. We're going to customize this. This guy's good enough. That's fine. And we'll go ahead. I'm on the Moonguard server. I had to look that up. And I don't have any characters on this server, so I'm not going to be passing anything to this guy. It's going to be all fresh, all new. If you want to join with me, that's perfectly okay. I probably play at weird hours and stuff, so you're not going to find me very often. But you're welcome to hit me up on the Blizzard chat and whatever under Dizzarian as well. And that's what we're going to name the character, which should be available on this server. All right, very good. So, let's enter the world.
Though Lady Sylvanas and her Forsaken finally took vengeance upon their hated enemy, the Lich King, their dark crusade in Northrend proved costly. Betrayed by Grand Apothecary Putrus at the Battle of Wrathgate, the Forsaken's devious plague of death was unleashed upon both the Alliance and the Horde to calamitous effect.
Calamitous.
Unbeknownst to Sylvanas, Putris and his demonic ally, Veramathras, had taken control of the Undercity. As a result, the Forsaken were wrongly blamed for the traitor's atrocities. Though the Undercity was eventually retaken, Sylvanas and her followers still bear the weight of Putris' sins.
Look at that over there.
Mistrusted by the other members of the Horde, the Forsaken must now prove their loyalty to the cause and redeem themselves from their supposed treachery. To this end, Sylvanas has bolstered her defenses within the Tirisfal Glades and readied her undead forces for any contingency. As one of the Forsaken, you must use your cunning and viciousness to slay any who would pose a threat to Sylvanas' rule, be they human, undead, or otherwise.
Sweet. So we are servant of Sylvanas, it looks like, and we are laying here in a dead pose because it looks like we've just been dug up. Gotha, fresh out of the grave. Rise, Dizzarian. Welcome back to the realm of the living with blessings and power of the Dark Lady. I have freed you from the death's grip. You are no slave. You are free to follow whatever path you choose from here. If you choose to serve the Dark Lady Sylvanas, I recommend you speak with the Undertaker Mordo. You will find him behind me in the graveyard. Right. So, I'm not going to explain how to play WoW in a lot of ways. I am going to be looking at things that are new to me. I've reset everything. I don't have any mods installed. We might do that as we go through the playthrough, but that's not really high on my list. I like a pretty minimal interface where I can see all that there is to see. Let's talk to Undertaker
And you
Mordo.
are...
Hello there. You must be Dizzarian. The Shadow Grave. Had to turn down the sound. It was way too loud. It was probably really loud for you guys too. So apologize about that. So after I talked to him, he goes, "I'm pleased to see you up and walking around, Dizzarian. You held up nicely, especially after being dead for so long. Others weren't as lucky. If you wouldn't mind, I need you to fetch the embalming fluid and some twine to stitch up these bodies. You'll find both in the Shadow Grave, the building just behind me." So this is actually a new map and reward thing. Actually, this is very nice. I really like this a lot. It's very clean. Looks a lot of things. You're able to switch things very easily. Just really cool. It's also your quest log, so that's just awesome. Okay. So he wants us to go into the grave behind us. Didn't adjust my eyes. I guess I'm kind of short. This used to be where you spawned in at. Oh. Hey, give me a hand, Dizzarian. I can't find the supplies Mordo needs. I thought that guy was actually following, or just another dude.
What is it?
Death Guard, Hansel. No, not over here. Not there. Come on. Keep moving, keep moving. Aha, over here. It's the corpse stitching twine. The thick embalming fluid, and one of the things I will say I like to have turned on is auto loot. I don't like double clicking everything just to get it. And we're going to go upstairs and turn this back into Undertaker Mondo. Where is he at? There he is.
What do you require?
You will find the items within the Shadow Grave. I believe I left them on the work table. Yep. Exactly what I needed. You'll be an asset to the Forsaken, Dizzarian. You know, word has it that you were quite the mage in your previous life. Perhaps I should assign you to a more exciting task. I think you should. Those that couldn't be saved. The Valkyr raise hundreds of corpus every day. Agatha has raised you just a few moments ago. Not all are as lucky as you, however. Some maintain their free will, but live in the constant fear and confusion. They usually run off into the woods, cowering at their own reflection. Others lose their mind completely, shambling about aimlessly. They often turn to violence and must be destroyed. This is your task, Dizzarian. Destroy them, our former brothers, our sisters. They might be. Okay. 6 mindless zombies.
Beware the living.
Oh, and there is another caretaker over here. Let's take a look at him.
I'm listening.
The Awakening. King, peasant, or mage, I don't care what you were before. I just need somebody with a working tongue. Being raised from the dead is strenuous. Not everyone copes with it as well as you did. In particular, there are 3 newly raised undead who are having trouble coping right now. I want you to find them and talk to them. It might be that they just need someone that can relate with. You'll find them here in the graveyard. Oh, I don't like that stupid
Victory for
motorcycle thing.
Sylvanas.
I do remember that was something that they added, and I was just like, I don't think that fits, but okay. I know tinkers and all that kind of stuff, but anyway. So you can see we've got some stuff highlighted. They weren't highlighted before. That's because they've actually... This quest tracker is much better than it used to be. Where now it's not just seeing everything. You're only seeing what's related to your quest and that kind of stuff. So that's just really awesome. Got skills over here. As an undead, I can cannibalize. Let me show you what that is. When you activate, regenerate 7% of your total health and mana every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. Only works on humanoid or dead corpses within 5 yards. Any movement, action, and damage can't be taken while cannibalizing your effect. So you can cannibalize. So I can chow down on the corpse here. That's pleasant, right? Take that. And we also get the Will of the Forsaken. Removes any charm, fear, sleep effect. This effect shares 30-second cooldown with other similar effects. So, yeah, that will move somewhere else. And let's kill some more. And this is, of course, just a crossbow. Cross the enemy, causing 26 frost damage. And 50% movement. So that is handy. Often with your mage, you want to lead with some kind of slowing effect, so you can see there that they can't continue quite as fast, which is much better. I see off in the distance there's actually someone we need to talk to. Let's see what he has to say. This is one of the undead who can't find his way.
Speak quickly.
What? What's going on? Who are you? What happened to me? Don't you remember? You died. I died? Yes, you are right. I died. I was an orc. He cut off my hand. It was an orc. He cut off my hands and left me to die. Valdred looks down at his hands. These aren't my hands. These are my hands. Calm down, Valdred. Undertaker Mordor probably sewed some new ones on for you. Valdred looks back down at his hands. I suppose this is my fate then. Ha! Part of an undead army. Somehow I never considered that I might end up fighting for the Forsaken. He looks back up at you. What do I do now? You talk to Undertaker Mordo. He'll tell you what to do. That's all I know.
Trust no one.
I see. Well then, let's get to work, Dizzarian. The Dark Lady needs us, right? That's right. Is he gonna follow me? Or just go off by himself? He's going off by himself. Good. The Banshee Queen has offered me this chance, and I will gladly serve. So you can see these guys are working. They are actually the ones raising the dead. And building an army for Sylvanas. This is an old school MMO in that it has not an action set anymore. It's a standard set. You actually have to click every item that you want to cast at any given time. A little monotonous here at the early levels. But it is what it is. I don't mind that at all. It is slower paced. It does still slowly level. It's not as quick. You know, a lot of older MMOs have made their leveling really fast, like EQ2. This has not. You're still really pretty slow, actually. Get away from me, you abomination. I'm not an abomination. I'm simply undead. I just want to speak with you. The undead are taint upon Azeroth. Every one of you creatures deserves to be destroyed. Lilian, do you realize that you are undead yourself?
Dark Lady watch over you.
No, you're lying. My father will protect me. No, he won't. Just run away. Kill some more mindless. Actually, this feels really good to be back in WoW. It looks pretty good for such an old MMO. They have really done well keeping it up.
I'm listening.
Stand back, monster. You want to fight? Because I'll fight you. I'll fight any one of you creatures. Do you hear me? I'm not here to fight. I've only been asked to speak with you. Oh, really? Fine. I don't want to join you in your Forsaken. Maybe I'll start my own Forsaken. Maybe I'll invent Forsaken with elbows. You're free to do whatever, man.
Dark Lady,
do whatever you like.
watch over you.
Who are you calling a monster? You're a monster. I'm just a man who died. Okay. So we've completed all those quests, and they're just right over here, so we don't have to pause or anything. We could just go and turn them in. Let's tell him first about the ones we talked to.
Hello.
You've done well, Mage. As you can see, not all of us have resigned to our fates. I'm glad to see that you are at least willing to work. Valdred will be a valuable asset to the Forsaken. As for those other two, there's not much we can do. We cannot force them to join us. New level 2. And Darnell tells me that the two of you have already met. That's good, because I'm sending you both into Deathknell. Your work is done here. Speak with Deathguard Sultane in Deathknell to the north. He will tell you more of what you must know.
Farewell.
Farewell.
What is it?
Undertaker Mordo. Not even the power of the Valkyr was enough to save these creatures. They were doomed from the beginning. I have obtained some equipment for you, Dizzarian, and it's not much, but it'll help. So
Beware.
the new gloves. So we're gonna open up our inventory here and remove those and put them on. Nothing really changed in appearance, but now it's time to go talk with Deathguard Sultane and Deathknell. And I'm gonna go ahead and just leave the camera going here so we can take a look at. Is this guy Darnell? Why is Darnell following me? What is up with Darnell? I don't understand. And here we are at Deathknell. Is it Deathknell or Deathknell? Deathknell, I think. And there's body Deathguard Sultane.
I am forsaken.
Beyond the graves. Those Valkyr have been really busy resurrecting you newbies lately. It actually says newbies. I've already seen a couple of dozen new bodies run down that hill since this morning. You, however, are the most promising mage I've seen today.
Our time.
Recruitment. We have been shipping in dead bodies from Silverpine, Hillsbrad, hell, anywhere we can get them from. We can't, however, afford to ignore the bodies which are sitting right on our front doorstep. The last vestige of the Scarlet Crusade roam here in Trisfell, I'm trying to make sure I say that right, Trisfell Glades. While we've managed to push them from Deathknell, several of their bodies litter the buildings to the north and east. Go find them and bring that Darnell fellow with you. He looks strong enough to carry a few corpses. Okay.
Embrace
He
the
is
shadow.
with me for a reason. And we're going to find corpses over here. Is that a corpse? No. Is that a corpse? Looks like it. There you go, Darnell. Pick that up. Kind of carry it. That's kind of awesome. And here's another corpse. We got like little highlights here to make sure we don't miss them. That's okay. Now he's got 2. These guys aren't attacking, so not a big deal. They are wretched ghouls. He's got 3 of them now. Look at him. What a strapping young lad. Get it, Darnell. 4. They just piled up high. That's awesome. There you go. Now you got them. Oh, that's hilarious. Good job, Darnell.
What would you ask?
Great work,
Undead?
Dizzarian. I knew you weren't useless. Here, take one of these. We Death Guards have piles of these just sitting around. Shadow Priest Severus. Or Sarvis. Are you still here? You know, I'm only a death guard. I don't have many tasks I can hand out passerbyers like you. I'd recommend you go talk to Shadow Priest Sarvis. I remember he helped me get on my feet after I was plucked out of that tomb. I'm sure he'll do the same for you. You'll find him just inside the chapel here on the west side of town.
Trust no one.
Shadow Priest Sarvis. Okay, he's in the chapel. See, we got several people lining around. These are Warlock Trainer was one of them. Mage Trainer. Let's talk to the Mage Trainer. Let's see what they actually.
What is it?
I'd like to talk about the arcane momentum technique. Oh.
Beware.
Okay.
Our enemies.
Shadow Priest Sarvis.
Hello.
Greetings, Dizzarian. I see you wield a weapon. Can you fight?
Beware.
I can. Scourge on our perimeter. If you're going to assist the Forsaken, you need to learn how to fight, and there's no better target than the Scourge minions that continue to pester us. The wretched ghouls and rattlecage skeletons that roam the north to the east are former troopers of the fallen Scourge. They should prove to be an even match for the fledgling mage like you. Do not tarry. When you are done, seek me out again.
Our time will
I think I got
come.
some new inventory, right? Yep. Got a belt. Oh, it did actually put a belt on. I will say, let's see, we're going to go ahead. Have townsfolk. You can turn on different things on your target over here. I think I would suggest, I'm not going to be able to show you everything because it's behind my, oh my gosh, I hit the wrong button. Turn on the auctioneer, the banker, food and drink, innkeeper, mailbox, and that's probably it for now. Especially if you're playing a hunter, you want to turn on the stable master. So let's continue on. All right, and now that we're back in here, we can see the wretched ghouls have lit up. The battle rattlecage skeletons. So I am amazed I need to be standing further back, like at the distance that they actually. You can see here, down below. I have my little ice bolt here, frost bolt, and the number 1 is white. That means I can actually hit that guy way over here. If I keep backing up, you see it turned red. That means I can no longer hit him. So sometimes it's advantageous just to get as far away as you can from the mob and just let them slowly come toward you. You can see he has no chance now. I don't remember if anybody else can loot my corpses or not. So I want to be careful of that and not let them linger. I just don't know if that's true or not. Let me know in the comments if other people can loot my corpses or not. But they do have group looting, so it should loot everything within a small area. Oh, even those over here. So that's good. So if you just loot one close, it's better. How many of those guys do I need? 8. And I'm on number 5 here.
Target.
You can see you really have a lot of distance, and that's really the mage's advantage. Much of a problem. And I don't know if level scaling will change any of these areas or not, but that's part of the reason I wanted to go ahead and fire up this series already, was where we would have a comparison if we needed it later. So we're going to go back up. Oh, I still got some over here that I haven't looted. And turn this in. Shadow Priest Sarvis.
Does that better be
You're
good?
growing in strength, Dizzarian. I've seen your type before. You will be moving out of Deathknell and on to greater things before long. Just make sure you don't lose sight of where you started. You have much to accomplish, mage. Novice Elrith. Why don't you go speak with my novice Elrith? She serves me and will have some tasks to which you can apply your new abilities.
Trust no one.
The mage trainer that we actually were. Oh, isn't she? No, that's the mage trainer. This is just novice Eldritch. So everybody has novice Eldritch, I guess. And we get some boots.
And you are...
May the Dark Lady watch over you. The truth of the grave. Early on, I saw a young forsaken woman running toward the old inn. She was screaming for her life, pleading to be taken back home. Not all of us are as resolute as others. Even so, we must accept our fate as undead if we are to rise up against those that would put us down. Take my hand mirror and show it to the young woman. She needs to see what you see, what she really is, and join us in our cause. Besides, we can use all the bodies that we can get.
Goodbye.
Find her and show her reflection. It looks like she's just right across the way here. Well, there's a panda. Where's she at? Maybe she's upstairs. You can't deny the World of Warcraft style.
What now?
It's just so good. Get away from me, you monster. Don't look at me. I'm hideous. You're not hideous, Lilian. You're one of us. Here, look at this mirror and see for yourself.
Embrace the shadow.
And shove it in her face. You don't understand. I can't be undead. Not me. Not now. Let's see. Yeah, those texts went by fast, actually. She said, oh, yes, I'm sorry. It wasn't to your liking. She should be on a pile of... Wait, what? Here, try this. Ah, sure. Wow, it's interesting. Yes, I'm sorry. I wasn't to your liking. She should be in a pile of bones and slime, strong of stomach indeed. You don't understand. I can't be undead. Not me. Not now. That didn't all make sense. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and turn it in regardless. Wait, I need to move around this quest tracker, or move around my...
Hello?
Hello? You say she ran away? What a shame. Very well. As long as she's maintained her free will, there's still hope. The executioner in the field. I could keep you busy here in town all week, but you seem to be more, the fighting type. Eldris looks you over and nods. Yes, you'll do just fine. I'd like you to go talk to Executioner Aaron. Follow the path north out of Deathknell. You'll find him not far past the barricades.
Trust no one.
Okay, I won't trust anybody. So, looks like we're just going to the north of town here. Oh, I did pick up a Fire Blast spell, so that's cool. We'll look at that here in a minute. And look at that guy falling off the wagon. Executioner Aaron.
This had better be good.
What do you have here? A new mage ready for battle, eh? The Damned. First of all, look at your armor. You're a mess, mage. If you'd like to stay in one piece, and I've no doubt you do, perhaps... That's so irritating. If you'd like to stay in one piece, and I have no doubt that you do, perhaps I can help if you can gather some of the paws and wings from the wolves and bats nearby. Maybe I'll find some armor for you. You find the creatures to the north and fight the creatures to the north and west out of here.
Watch your back.
So we're just going to fight some of the creatures. Aha, like a young scavenger there. Now that he's slowed, then I can fire. Oh, I can't fire my. Oh, what is this? Fire blast. Blast the enemy with 428 points of damage. Okay. Castable. What? What did it say? Castable while casting other spells.
I'm out of range.
Ah, you're out of range, are you? I see. So I should be able to do. Let's see. Need some dustback queens as well. So I should be able to fire this up. And when it gets close enough. So you can cast it while you're casting other spells. That's what it said. Bad eyes. It's kind of a good finisher spell, it looks like. got 2 more dusk wings, and I still need some of those. 3 more. 3 or 4. Here's an interesting fact. Back in the day, they didn't have all that information on the hover over like that, to where it said the threat, the savage paw, and all that kind of stuff. I actually wrote
Target.
a mod for WoW called Mob Info. It later got picked
I
up by
need
some
to
other
target
people as I
something
wasn't playing
first.
WoW that much. But anyways, pretty popular mod that actually put a whole lot of information actually on the tooltip. Very useful. I don't even know if it still exists. I haven't looked it up. Might be, since I just kind of gave the code away. Like the little trail here of the cattails and stuff. Alright, so we need to go and turn this in.
What now?
Do you try your best to keep yourself unharmed until I get some armor? Thank you, Dizzarian. The armor should help out. Hopefully, it should do you more good than the last one you wore. Okay. Night Web's Hollow. One of our greatest struggles is obtaining the natural resources we need to survive. Gold was scarce in Lordaeron, even in the height of the Alliance powers so many years ago. There is gold mine to the west that has been overrun with spiders. We need the gold from the mine, but we can't very well get it with all the spiders that are crawling around in there. I've not much manpower to commit to the task, so we'll just have to do it a little by little. Get up there and see what you can do when we finally get a vest. That's what it is.
Beware. Our enemy is
And we're
about.
heading. Yeah, you can see there in the distance, we can see all of these spider webs. And you can see we need to kill 8 young night webs and 5 night webs. So the young ones are outside of the cave. Aha, and you can see right up here is actually the cave. And as we get closer, we got an update, and you can see now there's night web spiders. Kind of jumped out of position there, didn't he? So you can see they don't die real quick, so I'm not sure what the leveling part, that they're talking about that they're going to rework. So we'll see how that is. It may be just more to where it's easy to group up with your friends and stuff, which is always a good thing. The auto leveling or the mentoring, you have to have something like that, especially with an older MMO. You want to foster the community. Level 4. See, there's not a lot of people leveling, at least not this time of day. And a lot of people are in higher level zones anyway. Got one more of these big Black Widow looking ones. And we'll head outside and we'll kill some of the young ones. They're not aggro, so we'll just stand here in the mouth of the cave. Kill them all. It's actually kind of nice as a mage not to have to chase down mobs. You can just get them from a distance. Still have to chase down the loot. I like that double cast thing. get it? Awesome. Take a while to adjust to that, actually, since so many other MMOs don't do that. Alright, let's turn this in. Okay, and we've got Executioner Aaron.
Speak quickly.
Well, it's a start. I'll take a few weeks to months to fully clean out the infestation. After that, we'll have to get down there with some torches to burn away the webbing. You've done your duty well. No better than the zombies. While you were inside the cave, your big friend Darnell came by with some alarming news. Since the Valkyr arrived, we've seen more and more undead choose not to join our forces under the banner of the Dark Lady. They've been gathering at the small camp here in the valley, and now they've organized forces. They plan to attack Deathknell. Darnell is just down the road to the east. Be careful. While those undead aren't completely brainless, they're still not quite right in the head. Okay, we'll get a dagger for that.
Remember, patience,
And
discipline.
it says right down the road. So, instead of pausing it, I'll just go on down the road. And here's their little camp here, and there's Darnell as promised. Our partner in crime.
I am forsaken.
You see those tents up there? That's where we're headed. The battle has probably already started. Gotta select a quest. Assault on the Rotbrain encampment. While you were taking care of matters for Executioner Aaron, I went off an assignment on my own. Shadow Priest Sarvis asked me to peek in on the Rotbrain camp. There are reasons why they're called Rotbrains. Their leader goes by the name Marshal Redpath, and he's an absolute beast. Look, Dizzarian, the attack is starting, and you're better in combat than I am. Get in there and help out. When you're done, meet up with Shadow Priest Sarvis in the chapel. Good luck.
Beware the living.
Okay, I was going to do something. Oh yes, I was going to check out my loots. So I need to put on a new chest item. You can see that's what it looks like. Get a new wielding a dagger now, because that's the best we can do. I'm going to go ahead and put some liquid there. That helps me restore mana if I need to. And this is something I can wear. And that looks like it. Okay, now, so those tents off there in the distance are where we're headed. Alright, as I approach, we can see there are Rotbrain guys all around, but we're after one specific one, so I'm going to go kind of make a beeline to him instead of fighting every one of them. I can find him. Ah, there he is, Marshal Redpath over there in the distance. Take him out. I'm a monster. Don't look at me. You are indeed a monster. Back away from that, or just keep on hammering. Keep on hammering. Not too bad. Now we just need to take out the rest of these guys. Do I have any food on me? I don't think I can eat the spider. I can't cannibalize. That's what I need to do. That way I can restore some of my healing here. That's kind of cool. More of these guys to kill. These spells take like none of my mana, so right now there's no reason I can do that.
Something first.
Yeah, that like looted from really far away. think just as long as you have something near you to loot.
Too far away.
Okay. Let's see, did that loot that? And that? Yep, it did. Wow. These guys are dying a lot faster now that I've freed up these other fighters. Eight of 8. So, alright, we head back to the chapel, not back to Darnell. Alright, let's see what he has to say.
I am forsaken.
Being born again under the power of the Valkyr is a strenuous process. Many don't survive the shock, turning into zombies or ghouls. Others retain just enough humanity to seem normal on the outside, but they're sick on the inside. We should have slain those Rotbrains the day they were raised. As for you, you are a strong mage. I knew you'd do well. You'll be headed out of Deathknell soon. We get a new staff because of that. So let's go ahead and put that. Little dinky staff there. Vital intelligence. Sarvis produces a piece of paper from within his robes. These will need to be taken up to the field agent, Death Guard Simmer. This information contains the whereabouts of the last few holdouts from the Scarlet Crusade. We will destroy these crusaders once and for all, and I have a feeling you'll be instrumental in that effort, Dizzarian. Take the road north out of Deathknell. Soon after entering Tristfall proper, you'll see large manse simmering inside. Okay, so we're
Goodbye.
going to be leaving Deathknell and heading on out. Oh. Actually, we're heading all the way out of the zone, it looks like. Up here. Yep, to Tristfall Glades. Tristfall Gate. Tristfall Gate. I don't know. I just don't know. So let me... Yeah. So let's take a look at his actual documents as we're traveling along. Disperse information as you deem necessary. Tristfall Regional Command, Captain Melrak, Captain Vashon, and Captain Perrine. Directives by order of the High Guard. Captain Perrine, further fortify your position at the Southwest Tower, as designated. Additional supplies will be dispatched at a later date. In the meantime, materials should be obtainable from the surrounding farms. Also, further reconnaissance and information. Is that it? Yep. No. Oh, no. Should be gathered about the organization of the Undead in Brill. Captain Vashon, there appears to be an increased movement by the Undead near the northern tower of the insurgents. Must be quickly and decisively dealt with. Captain Melrick, there are concerns about the level of organization of the Undead near the borders of the Plague Lands. A fresh group of men will be dispatched to your position in the coming weeks. Glory under the light. And... we got a Sylvanas banner right there. Got some general trade goods. Oh, I forgot to mention, like, whenever you do actually turn on these townsfolk, that they'll actually highlight. Otherwise, they're hidden like that. But the nameplates, I mean. So, Death Guard Simmer.
This had better be good.
Yes, this is very good. You've done well in obtaining the information, Dizzarian. Names of the Scarlet Crusade officers in Tristfall Glades. Imagine the blow we could deal to the mortals of those bloody zealots if we were to kill their leaders in one swift strike. I will pass the information forward. And we are now, what, level 5, and we got a Frost Nova, which freezes everything around us. Tell you what, guys, I'm actually going to stop this episode here because we're getting a little long. We're at 45 minutes now. I don't know if I showed it on the screen here or not, but let's do /played. So we just hit level 5, and we have played for 46 minutes. I did pause some ways through this. But that's going to do it for now. I hope you enjoy this new series. If you are, let me know in the comments. I read every single comment that you guys have. Make sure you hit that like button. It helps me out to promote the video. And also, if you haven't yet, you really should be subscribed to this channel. If you love MMOs, not just WoW, but MMOs in general, then you definitely want to be subscribed here. I play all MMOs. I have a ton of MMO videos on this, so I think you can find a lot of content here, and you definitely should be subscribed because I put out videos. I try to put out several videos a week, so make sure you are subscribed. So, till next time, bye.